Hello everyone, this is today's video analysis for October 12, 2018. Today we're taking a look at the AUDUSD, the Australian, versus the US dollar for today's trade analysis. Starting here on the daily time frame, we see that this currency pair has been in a long-term downtrend. That's not too hard to see with the black trend line here. It's been falling since all the way back here into January. So pretty much the entire year of 2018 has been a downtrend for the Australian dollar. Within the downtrend, we see periods where the market pulls back, retraces, corrects a little bit, but you can see all the little short black trend lines coming back up a little bit ways within the downtrend. What's important is we've recently made a new low, as it has throughout the life of the downtrend, making new lows. And we've started to retrace a little bit, which tells me we could be in one of those periods where we see some pullback or retracement back to the longer term downtrend line that you see here at the top. So if we're going to see that, we have maybe some intraday opportunities for long shots towards the 7,200 level or back towards the long-term black trend line. We need to be careful that we watch out for clues that it's going to go back down in the direction of the trend, but definitely a possibility. Let's go ahead and zip in here, zoom in here, just like this, and you can see what I mean by that. You can see the market found support down here, 0.7050, the bottom of the green zone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days finding support there, and now we've seen such a rapid reversal. We see this large blue candle pressuring back higher above the blue zone. 7120, 7100 is that blue zone. So with that sudden move back higher, and again, we note that the longer term trend line is way up here towards 72, we look for opportunities above this blue zone for a continued reversal, continued pullback, continued retracement of the long-term downtrend. The risk now is that it gets back underneath that blue zone and returns to the downtrend. So as long as it stays above there, I think we have this opportunity for buying towards the orange zone, 71.50-70 as a target, the orange shaded area here. And of course, as mentioned, the longer target would be back up here towards the pink shaded area in 71 or 72.10, 72.25. And the risk is pretty easy. We just, at this stage of the game, don't want it to get under the blue zone. We would place our stop loss underneath here. That way we have minimal risk on the trade. I think it's very interesting that today's candle is above 71.20. We'll talk about that a little bit more in the trade room later today, but definitely something to consider for our time frame. You see just sitting on top of that 71.20 level today as a boundary of support. The risk is pretty easy. We just don't want it to get back underneath that blue shaded area. So any buys that you take today, place your stop loss underneath the blue shaded area. That way you minimize the risk if the market decides to turn back around and go back in the other direction. So what's it going to take for this to continue to pressure higher? I think we need to see the US dollar slump back lower again today. If that happens, we'll easily see the market back up here towards the orange zone. If it sells off aggressively on the US dollar, back up here towards the pink zone is our furthest target that we have right now. Just one other thing before we wrap up. I'm going to take Fibonacci from, let's just go from this high here. I'm going to discount that long wick there. Let's forget about that. Let's just go for the major high here. Down to the low, and that's interesting. 236, 7103. We're through that. 382, 7140. So that gives us a little bit of a different target. 50% top of the orange zone. Hey, 618 sitting up here, 7203. Very close to the pink shaded area here. So now I know if I don't forget the wick, if I put it up here a little bit, you can see 236 a little bit higher, 382 a little bit higher, 618 right at the pink zone. So either way you look at it, we're looking at orange zone, pink zone as our next targets above the blue zone. Risk is it gets under the blue zone today for the Australian dollar.
From Forex Traders Daily, this has been your daily analysis with Ross Mullins. If you would like to get Ross's analysis on all the currency pairs he's watching and all the trades he takes today, join him in his live trade room by clicking on the link below. Please leave any comments you have about today's video in the comments section below.